Welcome dear students to another part of our class, standard 5th, subject English. Today I am going to take my books, a poem. It's a poem. After the first lesson, in the last two parts I taught you the first lesson, Mukesh starts a zoo, and this is the third part, my books. It's a beautiful poem written about books, and it is written by Dr. C.S. Dr. C.S. It is written by a book for children. So what is books? What is so interesting about books? So when we read a book, we get very excited. It's like when we hear something, when we listen something, or when we see something, it is something different. But when we read, our brain also starts thinking about it. हम अपने ख्यालों में खो जाते हैं. अब बुक्स के साथ साथ हम उसी दुनिया में, कल्पना की दुनिया में खो जाते हैं. तो दैट इज़ व्हाट इट एक्सप्लेन्स इन दिस शॉर्ट पोएम. इट्स अ वेरी स्वीट एंड शॉर्ट पोएम. ओके. आई लव माई बुक्स. They are the homes of queens and fairies, knights and gnomes. Knights and gnomes. I love my books. They are the homes of queens and fairies, knights and gnomes. Now what is this? I love my book. I love my book. I love my book very much because they are the homes. They are the homes of. घर है, वो घर है किसका? Queens, रानियों का, परियों का, and knights and gnomes. Knights means नाइट्स एंड नोम्स. what does this word knights means? Knights means पुराने ज़माने में जो राजा का, जो आजकल बोलते हैं ना स्पेशल स्क्वाड, मतलब क्या ब्लैक कैट जैसा, जो कमांडोज, स्पेशल कमांडोज ट्रेंड, वैसे राजाओं का स्पेशल ये नाइट्स होते हैं. वो लोग दे आर स्पेशली स्किल्ड इन ऑल टाइप ऑफ फाइटिंग्स. So they protect the land and all the king's territory for that. And knights, gnomes means, gnomes are meant to be a tiny people, छोटे बौने लोग, छोटे लोग. They are said to be the protector of the guardians of the treasure hidden under the earth. They are like treasures. धरती के अंदर जो खजाना छुपा है उसको वो लोग हमें दिखाई नहीं देते. We are not seen, but they are like gnomes. They guide, protect the treasure under the earth. So I love my books. They are the homes of queens and fairies, knights and gnomes. Knights and gnomes. So I love my book. Why do I love? Because they are the homes of these beautiful fairies, queens, knights and gnomes. Because it's of thrilling stories of books like Cinderella, the Harry Potter. Many books are there, no? Adventure of Tom and Sawyer. So I like that. It's a home for them. Each time I read, I make a call. Each time I read, I make a call. Whenever I read, I make a call to that person, on some kind person, large or small, who welcomes me with hearty hand and lets me through his wonderland. And each time, whenever I read, I make a call. I make a call on some kind. और कोई अनजान, क्वाइंट मीन्स सम अनजान, क्वाइंट मीन्स सम अनजान, unknown person, a stranger, whether they may be large, they may be small, they may known to me, they are unknown to me. So but whenever I call them, they come with a cheerful, they welcome me with a hearty hand. एकदम दिल से वो लोग मेरा हाथ लेते हैं and lets me through his wonderland. और अपने साथ अपनी अद्भुत दुनिया में, the wonderland, they carry me out to their wonderland. Each book is like a city street, along with winding way I meet new friends and old who laugh and sing and take me off adventuring. And each time whenever I read this book, I like each and every wind, every nook, every turn and all. I feel as if I know a person there. As if I feel a person there. Whether they may be old friends or new friends, they always laugh and sing with me and take me along with to their adventuring land. Now what does actually this poem is? Suppose if you are reading a Cinderella book, आप सबको सिंड्रेला की कहानी पता है. When you read the Cinderella book, तो आप ऐसे लगता है, आप सिंड्रेला का जब तकलीफ देखते हो, Cinderella is the most beautiful girl. When we see, so we admire her, how beautiful she is. Like then after that, when her stepmother tortures her, तो हम ये सोचते हैं कि हाँ बात सिंड्रेला कितना तब. Then the princess comes, a magic woman comes. Magic woman gives her a pumpkin made of chariot made of pumpkin. एक chariot बनाता है pumpkin का. 4 mouse से एक horse बनता है. फिर इस सब से बैठ के उनको glass देते हैं. क्या देते हैं? glass का sandals देते हैं. तो वो पहनकर वो she goes to the ballroom to dance with the princess. वो प्रिंसेस के बॉर्डर में, और वहाँ जाते जाते उन्होंने, परी ने एक ऑर्डर देते हैं कि 12 बजने से पहले आप आ जाओ. तो हम क्या सोचते हैं, हम भी उसके साथ साथ उस कहानी में घूमते रहते हैं. हम भी उस परी जब उसको ये सब चीज़ वंडर चीज़ बनाती है, हम भी उसके साथ सिंड्रेला के साथ वहाँ, हमको ऐसा लगता है कि हम भी उसके साथ मौजूद है। फिर जब वो जाती है बॉल रूम में, तो हम भी उस बॉल रूम में हम भी वहाँ डांस करते हुए सिंड्रेला और प्रिंसेस को डांस करते हुए, प्रिंस को डांस करते हुए देखते हैं। फिर जैसे 12 बजते स्ट्रक होते, शी अगेन कम्स बैक। तो what happens when we read a book, we entirely go into that book and we start actually living in, we will be a part of that story. We enjoy that book so much that books are that we start making it's a best friend. Like we used to be the part of that. If we are this is an adventure story, adventuring story, sometime it will be a very thrillful, कोई मर्डर मिस्ट्री जैसा, या टॉम का जैसा कोई टॉम एडवेंचर्स का जैसा कोई मिस्टीवियस लेसन है, तो हम भी टॉम के जैसे मिस्टीवियस थिंग्स हमारे माइंड में क्रिएट करते हैं. तो दिस लेसन टेल्स अस दैट whenever we read a book, book is a best friend. Book is a best friend because it never hurts us. पहली बात तो वो हमें दुख नहीं पहुंचाता. दूसरा बात, it always takes us to the land. Whatever we are reading, we are also in that land. We are also experiencing that adventures, that moments, that joy, that pleasure and all. So books are the best friends. That's what the Dr. Swiss want us to say, that books are best friends. So see, I love my books. I love my books. They are the homes of queens and fairies, knights and gnomes. Each time I read, I make a call on some quaint person, large or small, who welcomes me with hearty hand and lets me through his wonderland. Each book is like a street I know. Each book is like a street I know. A city street along whose winding way I meet new friends and old, who laugh and sing and take me off adventuring and take me off adventure. Along with that person, we are also going. If you are in the snow, if you are reading Snow White, we are also moving along the drafts, 7 drafts to the forest and everything. If you are reading this Rapunzel, we are also experiencing the long hair, climbing on the castle, fighting that evil people and all. So in the same book, whenever we read a book, we are also experiencing the same adventure. Okay children, I hope that you understood this small and short poem. Try to read it. If you have got your books, please read this poem. It's a beautiful one and learn to memorize it. Thank you.